Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. And so today we're going to be using some new product that's going to be available on May the 6th. It's called Impressions Abloom Bundle. And this bundle is 17 photopolymer stamps, okay, and the coordinating dies. The dies, there are 25 dies. Wow. And so I am obsessed with this bundle. I have been making cards. We made a card at my stamp class yesterday, and I am just obsessed with this bundle because it's so stinking cute and there's so many pieces to it. So I'm also going to be using a new embossing folder. It's called Damask Designs. This is not a 3D folder. This is just a thin 6x6 folder. So I'm going to be using that today. I'm also going to be using up some designer series paper that I've had in my stash. It's not going to be carried over, so it's time to use it up. Full of Life 6x6 paper. So I'm going to be using that today. That paper is just, I don't know why I still have so much of it because I love it. I'm also going to be using With You in Mind to stamp on the inside of my card. So it's big, they are big sentiments, and I like that too. So I haven't used Real Red in a while. I think I always keep it with my Christmas ideas, my Valentine ideas, and I'm thinking, why don't I use Real Red? And so when I looked at this designer series paper, the Real Red popped out at me, and that's what I'm making as my coordinating color with my card. So let's get started and make this cute card. And then I'll show you, sorry, I will show you the other cards that I've been working on. Okay, so let's use a white piece of cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5, just a regular size piece of cardstock. And I'm going to put that designer series paper that I chose, this piece. Yeah, so this piece is cute too, but this is the piece that really, see this Real Red in here, and I'm like, yeah, there's so many colors in this paper. And so you can still get it. It's, it's just balmy blue. It's got berry burst. It's just got so many colors in here. So this I cut 4 1/4 by 5.5 so that it would fit on my card front. I didn't want a border on this because I'm going to have a border around my oval. Okay, so what I did was this is one of the dies that's in the Impressions Abloom dies, and it cuts the circle and it also cuts an edge, a rim. And so I cut the white circle and then I ran it through again and cut a red rim. And it's stitched and it's so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out of here. Okay, and then I have my white piece that I cut ahead of time. So you can see that these layer. And this I did run through the embossing folder. So the white piece I ran through the folder. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm going to put a lot of adhesive on here because it is textured. And I don't think there's an up or a down. I've looked at this before and I can't figure out if there is, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm going to use my silicone craft sheet so I don't get glue all over my glass. I'm going to be smart today. I'm just going to put little tiny drops of glue on this rim. I'm calling it a rim. I don't know. Edge. Whatever it is, it's stinking cute. So I'm just going to put little drops all around. Okay. And then attach this to my card. This is the only tricky part. You have to get it lined up to get started. Then it kind of just falls into place. Ta-da! Isn't that so stinking cute? So it really pulls out the red that's in the designer series paper. Okay, before I didn't want to bring my cut and emboss over, so I did cut out some of the flowers. So there's basically 3 sizes of flowers, and you just can cut out the outside, but if you want to add the inside part, it gives the dimension. So I did that in advance. So I have a white one, another white one, I have a red one, and a little red one. Okay, so I have 4 flowers, and I'm going to put my dies away so I don't lose any. The other flower is this size. So there's 3 sizes. There's all different sizes. Okay, then there's tons of leaves. These are the 2 leaves I cut out. I cut 2 of these out of garden green, and then I cut 1 extra little leaf. So there's 2 different kinds, actually 3 different kinds of leaves. And then we have these little centers, and these will be cute on the red flowers. Well, we'll see how that works. And then I have these little flowers, right? So we have the die that cuts out these little flowers, and these are great for just adding either centers to your card or to the flowers, or you can just add them anywhere on your card. Okay, so I have all the pieces cut out. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to layer this up to see how I like it. Okay, and then I will start gluing it down. So I'm not going to pop them all up. I am going to pop up maybe one of them. This one maybe. Let me take this bracelet off. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one up. The rest of the things, everything's going to be laid out flat on my card. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm going to do this one. Start to pull that up. And this flower. Oh, I should have, you know what, before I glue that down, I'm going to put my leaf down. I want my leaves behind. Right there. This little leaf, I just have it like, these are just so fun to play with because I'm telling you, the ideas are endless once you start cutting these out and adding colors, and you can cut them out of DSP. You can just go crazy with colors, right? This one come here, okay? Where's my craft sheet? I'm getting my hands all sticky. I'm going to use this to hold everything down. Oh, it's looking good already. Put a little more glue on here. I have to tell you that when you cut these out, they do make little indentions, actually cut through. So sometimes the glue will seep through those little cuts. So you want to kind of be careful when you're gluing them down. The simple fact that the glue could seep through. Okay, now I have to decide. I think I'm going to go something different here. I think I'm going to put white on white. I know it sounds wacky, but I think it's going to work. Let's give it a shot. White on white. And then I'm going to put this little red one. A white one on that little red. Oh, that's so cute. And I'm going to use some of these little green ones. Oops. So it cuts out 3 of these little flowers at once, right? So you have plenty to play with. You don't have to keep cutting, obviously, these little tiny flowers. This one over here. I have another white one here. I'm going to use this. Oh my gosh. Every one of these cards I love. Isn't that so cute? I mean, that would be like, you could make a darling anniversary card. Can you see how absolutely darling that is? Okay, I'm going to add a few of these antique gold. These are retiring, so let's use them up. Okay, put 3s. Push on them, give them a little push. And then on the inside, I am going to use my real red stamp pad. And I'm just going to make this a birthday card. I mean, it could be a best wishes card. That would be so cute. I could make a great wedding card. What should I do? What should I do? I think I'm going to do thinking of you. Because a thinking of you card can be anything. I could turn this into a birthday card. I could turn it into a, get well card. It's so cheerful. Okay, let's see if I can get this straight. Isn't that beautiful? The color on that is vibrant. Okay, I have this little edge. I'm going to trim this off. Because when I open the card, I don't like seeing all this DSP edge. Kind of bugs me. Okay. All right. There is a very cute card. I hope you like this bundle. I think it's adorable. Okay, just going to show you a couple more cards that I made. This card is also made with that same Full of Life Designer Series paper. So it's like this, the 3-color background. So I just went with those 3 colors. Berry Burst, Balmy Blue, I think that's Balmy Blue, and what was my green I picked? Lost Lagoon. Okay, and then that Sentiment is from a new stamp set that's going to be available on March 6th also, called Pattern of Friendship. So that is a very cool. And I just put a little butterfly on there. That was the only thing I did on that. Okay, this card just kind of evolved. So yeah, it was a little complicated to make it first. I did use lots of DSP. Okay, so the Happy Birthday is embossed in white. And then that it opens, this opens, and then this opens. So I just went crazy with the flowers again, right? So flowers there, flowers there, flowers there. I did use the Damask embossing folder, and I just did some sponging on there with a blending brush. Okay, so I did that. And then here's the card we made at club at my Stamp Lovers class. So again, it's similar to that one, except that instead of making it open another time, I just had this open, and I did a lot of stamping here. I thought you could just leave this, or you could write something there. But then here, I used the new Designer Series paper. That is beautiful. And then I did Thinking of You on that. Okay, so these cards, oh man, I think I have to give all the credit to this bundle. It's just to die for. So thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. And I will see you on Friday. Bye.